Hello everyone, it is Teresa from Teresa's Spot for Art, where I love sharing art from my heart and helping you create a little joy in your life through some fun and simple art projects. Hello everyone. I have a little simple, it's art project sketched out for you. It is a pumpkin with a frog on his head. Odd, right? Not really. Anyway, we're going to get started. I will turn you guys around and we are ready. Okay, I got my rag. Let me move this out the way. Let me get a brush. This one will work. Rinse it out. And we will get started. So, I am working with acrylic paints. I like acrylics. They are odorless. They dry quickly. And they are water-based. You can thicken them up or you can thin them out and make it more of a watercolor texture. And so they're really fun and versatile, especially for beginner art. Now I am going to paint my edges. I don't always paint my edges. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I make them match, sometimes I don't. So today I am. I have this sketched on here because all my art kits come with the drawing already sketched on there for you. I like my painters to feel successful, and if helping you get started, if you're a beginner painter, I can help you get started by tracing on the design. That's what I do. It's not perfectly drawn. It just gives you some kind of idea where to start color blocking and how to go about doing your project. So I just picked this fun light blue. I'm going around my frog's head and hat, and I'm just base coating this in a little bit. I might end up putting a little bit more color around here. I don't know yet. I want to see how the rest of my painting comes before I go back and enhance this background anymore. So I just want to fill in as much as the background as I can. And again, I'm going to take some of my light blue and I'm just going to come in here and paint my edge of my canvas too. Just so you know, this is a 9x12 canvas. It's a good size. It's a good size for a beginner. 8x10 I feel like is too small. And then 11x14 is good if you've been painting a while. 16x20 can be a little bit daunting if you're just starting out. And get a bigger brush. Now I put the face of my jack-o'-lantern in here. That may stay, that may not. We shall see. I need more room. There we go. And I'm loading both orange and yellow on my brush. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to start base coating in my pumpkin. I want my orange to the outside. I may have to fix my blue. We shall see. But for now, I'm just going with it. And every time I go back for paint, I pick up both the orange and the yellow on my brush. I'm going to try and paint right over my face on my jack-o'-lantern, and we'll see if that's going to be okay. There's a lot going on right here right now, and I think it'll be fine. Yeah, I think I'll still be able to see it. So nice. I can see my jack-o'-lantern face. I got some nice two-tone shading going on here between my yellow and my orange. We don't want our jack-o'-lantern to be one solid color. Add a little bit of highlights to it, and there we go. Okay. Like I said, this is just base coating. I want to switch brushes again. I'm going to go to this medium one. And I'm going to base coat in my chubby fat frog up there. I'm basically going to do the same thing I did with the greens. I mean with the oranges with the greens. Both colors. Load them onto my brush. And start getting this guy going here. I want my dark green to the outside. Again over here, my dark green to the outside. And then up in here. After I get all my dark green to the outside in, I'm going to go back and I'm going to fill in the rest with this light green color. It's really lime green. I love it. It's one of my favorite colors. Especially for Halloween. It is so vibrant. Oh, I see. I need to fix my hat a little bit. Part of this hat comes down here like this. There. I'll raise that part out. Look at his big eyes. Alright. Get some little bit more green. And we want to fill in this round part here. Where his hat is on his head. I know it doesn't look like much yet, right guys? You'll see how it will start to come together. Doing his big frog cheeks in here. Okay. Now I am just going to go in. I'm going to start filling this all in with my dirty brush and this lime green color. I'm going to try not to cover up too much of my dark green. If I do, I'll just go back over it. I'm just picking up a little bit of the lime green. My brush is dirty, so I'm getting a nice combination of the lime and the dark, and I'm just filling in this whole area. I'm going to come around here by his cheeks. And I don't mind if I get a little bit of paint where I don't want it. With acrylic paint, you can fix anything. Right now we're just color blocking and base coating in, and you'll see there's a method to my steps, and this will all begin to come together. A little bit in here. And then again, I'm going to get the dark, I'm going to get the light, and we're going to put in his feet, almost as if they're little flowers. I want to have some nice point here, a nice point here, a dark to the outside, and little rounds. There we go. No, I need. Can I reach it? Oh, here it is. Sorry, peeps. I need a dauber. Okay. I'm going to mix my green. I'm going to get a little bit of white. I'm going to give a nice push on my dauber here. Let me get a little bit more green. A little bit more green. A little bit more white on one side. Get this nice and loaded up with paint. And then I'm going to push in his big bullfrog cheeks. Okay, put that aside. You'll see as we progress how our painting will really start to come together once we start adding in all the details. If you have not subscribed to my channel, you can hit the red subscribe button and subscribe right now. This way, every time I upload a new video, you will have the opportunity to see it and know it's there. You won't have to come looking. Okay. Now I'm going to pick up this beautiful purple and I'm going to start base coating in the hat. I'm going to skip his eyes as much as I can, but again, don't fret if you get paint on his eyes, because you can fix anything with acrylic paint. Now when I do the part of the hat here, I'm doing horizontal strokes. When I do the wizard top of his hat or the gnome part of his hat, then I'm going to do vertical strokes. We want our strokes to go with the element. So if you see your brush strokes, got a little something on there, get that off. They go with the element. Now these ones, will go vertical. Let this come out a little bit more here now that I can see it better. I'm going to do the top. I can do the whole top because his hat is kind of like flopping over here. There we go. Okay. So we got our everything base coated in except our star. And get a smaller brush for the star. I'm going to go to my bright, bright yellow. It's a little dirty, but that's okay. I'm just going to totally fill it in. We'll probably have to come back and do a second coat. Yellow and orange tend to be a little translucent, so we're definitely going to want to put a second coat on our star in there. Okay. Now, I'm just going to wipe off my pouncer a little bit, and now I'm going to pick up some orange and a little bit of white again, And I'm going to use this for the eyes. So there's one. And there's two. Okay. I'm going to take that smaller brush I had, not that one, this one. And now I'm going to go in, I'm going to start adding in a little bit of spots to our frog. Like our frog has warts. These do not have to be perfect circles. I'm just doing my brush one way and then the other way, just to add a little bit of design, texture. Let's fix this line here. Let's fix this line here. Just a little bit. Some of them can be over here and not be on the whole page. Put some up here on his face. All different. It's almost like animal print. Well, it is animal print because it's a frog. And then I'm going to get some white. Let me get some fresh white here. And I'm going to paint two like teardrops. I like his nose. Okay. There we go. Now while that stuff is drying up there, I'm going to move down here to some black and our jack-o'-lantern face. Open the mouth. And the jack-o'-lantern nose. And we're going to fill in our eyes. Sometimes when you do little elements like this, it's hard to make them even. And then as you go back and forth to make them even, one gets bigger, one gets much bigger, one gets a little smaller. And you're going right, left, right, left, right, left until you have huge, giant eyes. So sometimes you just have to say, okay, brush down, it's good enough. I just want to make my mouth a little bit wider there. Okay, I'm going to get some yellow. And I want to put a little bit of a yellow highlight up here on his eyes. I'm going to get a bigger brush, and I'm going to use the back of the brush. I'm going to go into my black, and I'm just going to put dots over here for his eyes. You want the pupils to be in the same place. I'm going to get some white because I want to outline my eyes a little bit. I'm going to grab a little bit of black on this little brush. So I'm going to add in a little black here where we have his nose. Okay. And come over here and get a little bit of brown to do some outlining on my edge of my pumpkin. And just very light lines in here for our segments. We don't want to put anything too dark. I want to grab some yellow and put a little bit of highlight in his big eyes. And a little bit here. I'm going to get white. I'm going to do this part in his eye. I'm using the back of the brush for this so I can just scrub it right in there. I don't have to worry about any loose brush hairs flicking around. I'm going to get my white. I'm going to put some white in here too. I'm going to put a little white highlight up here on both his chubby cheeks, a little bit out here on his feet, and now I'm going to add some highlight to his hat. Now before I continue on, I want to do a quick little second coat in my star. There we go. My frog is looking a little wonky, but that's okay. This is not a still life. It's not supposed to be real. This is fun art. So I'm not going to fret about it. There we go. And again, I'll get my liner brush and I'll go in and I'll add some nice white highlights to the star. There we go. Isn't that cute? So cute. Get a little bit of black. And black here too. A little bit there, and I think we have it. So let me turn you guys around. Thank you for joining me. Isn't that cute? So hope to see you soon. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. See you again. Thanks.